Hello. Is that what people do? Like on streams? They just like shout out, "How's it going?" I have no idea. I'd just be guessing. Alright, so somebody had asked, they want my review or rating Parfums de Marly Oriana. I think it's a lovely scent, a lovely fragrance. I've only sniffed it once, and I did it on a TikTok live maybe about 3 weeks ago. And I want to say Just Page Me is the one who gave me the sample of Oriana. So go follow her if you don't already. Just Page Me. She also does other giveaways on the account too. Yeah, I think it was a very similar sweet floral. I think it might have been compared from other people to Killian's Love Don't Be Shy. It just, I think to me, it came across as just very similar to too many things already in the market. Let me pull it up. Parfums de Marly Oriana. Sweet citrus white florals. Like sweet white florals are extremely popular. Like if I looked at these notes, I would just automatically refer you to Guimauve de Noël, which is a slightly spicy orange blossom and marshmallow perfume. And that one's by Parlez-moi des Parfums. This one's probably going to be a bit more complex, but the Guimauve de Noël is a very sweet orange blossom with like the sweet marshmallow accord. But yeah, this one was good. I just, for the price tag, you know, it wasn't for me, but I will give it another sniff and just kind of give it my deeper thoughts. John, hi John from Tucson. Deborah, thank you so much for joining from Tucson. You know, I used to live in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah. Oh my gosh. For those of you that are sending likes to the host, I feel them in my heart. I appreciate it so much. Fame by Lady Gaga. Trying to look for a dupe. I won't be able to find you a dupe today for Lady Gaga's Fame. But maybe I could show you my quick trick on how I find similar fragrances. Obviously, Fragrantica is kind of like my go-to site when it comes to what typically others see. Perfume reminds me of this one. La Rive Parfum Cosmetics. That's what some people have mentioned on here. It's a hit or miss on the Fragrantica recommendations. But, so that's one. And let's jump to the next one. Lady in Black. Another one. The other trick that I like to do, if you're looking for a dupe and you're short for time, check out Fragrantica, check out the fragrance, and then hit Control F. And then type in your Control F search bar, reminds me. Reminds me of Tom Ford's Velvet Orchid. And then somebody else says, reminds me of the one in Samrasa. So that probably won't help too much, but that's kind of my go-to. And it helps for anybody that's looking for a fragrance on something that doesn't exist anymore. By the way, if y'all can like and share the TikTok live, I'd appreciate it. Let's get to ranking. I'm sure I've added some notes on here, so now you can see. I did find out that Sephora does have a sale. Fragrance 20 and same day gives you 20% off on full bottles. Now, these will be full bottle rankings. Obviously, there's awesome value in sampler scents, but we're just going to be focusing on the full bottles. I believe you just have to be one of the tier members. You don't have to be like a high VIP or extremely high member. Yeah, VIB. Very good girl. Very versatile. I mentioned it on a previous live. I think it's just a very great range in terms of white floral and warm tonka bean, cashmere and musk. I love it. It's a good like versatile. If you just need one, I think this will do it all. And for the price point, it sits at an A. Hypnotic Poison. Thank you so much for the likes. Snip, Erit. Man, so many. Thoughts on Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One Intense? I believe I have it here. Well, we'll eventually run out of fragrances, and I'm pretty sure we'll find it somewhere in here. This isn't it. This is a different one. Love Don't Be Shy. Y'all aren't gonna like my ranking for Love Don't Be Shy. I put it at a B. Maybe at the 20% off Sephora sale on the same day sale, it'd be worth it. But for the price range, there are so many other similar sweet marshmallow gourmand fragrances. Gemave de Noël. You could check out Oriana. You probably, maybe if you, I think it's great if you want to get like a sampler or a travel size. To me, it smelled a little bit like Sweet Lucky Charms, but in a classy kind of way. Very sweet. That's not a bad smell. I liked it. You'll get compliments on it. Noticed. But for the price point and just for my personal taste, I'm putting it at B. Sorry for y'all. Chanel Chance. Black Opium. Black Opium, I'm putting that one down at a B. And all the way, this is kind of like a community vote, sort of. But I may overturn some of y'all. I put Black Opium as a B because YSL is very proud of their products. It's got a high price tag. I think it's a very sweet vanilla, common scent. Yeah, I think it's unique enough to be a signature. But if I was to recommend vanilla fragrances, it probably wouldn't hit my top 5. If you said vanilla fragrances and you like a touch of coffee, then I would put this one up here for rankings. But Prada Candy, you know, my wife has Prada Candy and I like it, but I probably wouldn't recommend a repurchase of it. As far as caramel fragrances, Victor and Rolf Bonbon, I think even some of the does Marc Jacobs have a caramel fragrance? I think there's some other more modern fragrances that are caramel forward. I would rank this one C. It's nothing wrong with it. Don't take C ranking as a never buy. I just think unless it was like an awesome value or a gift, I probably wouldn't prioritize it in the Sephora 20% off sale. Thank you so much for the likes. Ysl Libre. I love Libre, but I love even more. Where's Libre Intense? That's the problem with having all these. Okay, Libre is here. That one's a like. Libre Intense is a really like. Lasts longer. But if you're going for something that you could probably pull off for like an everyday office wear, Libre is up there. If you want something for like a date night, winter season, Libre Intense. And typically that's kind of like my flavor of fragrance preferences. So I'm putting that one at A. Oh, my favorite Tom Ford. Thank you for asking, by the way. Tobacco Vanille is S tier. S tier, for those that aren't familiar with the rankings, I'm stealing it from the gaming system language. So S tier represents like, in short, God mode, like dummy really good. Doesn't matter what the price point is or if it's even not on sale, you'd still pick up this S tier fragrance. A tier, awesome, you'd rebuy. You probably would purchase full price, but a no-brainer. Thank you so much for the gamepad. It's like pew, pew, pew. And then B tiers are just like you'd have to find a really great sale, kind of like the Sephora VIB sale. Next up on here is my other S tier ranking. This isn't necessarily a popular pick for most, but I would put Flowerbomb at the top. Like, I love the way it smells. I think the perfume history brief on this, for those that aren't familiar, Victor and Rolf gave the perfumers, I forgot what the fragrance house was, but in the perfume brief, it was boiled down to 2 words. And usually perfume briefs talk about, you know what, when we picture this scent, this is like the storyboard. It's a businesswoman in London or a businessman in Manhattan, and it kind of gives you a visual that they try to portray for the perfumers to help come up with this scent. But for Flowerbomb, it was just 2 words on the entire perfume brief: flower and bomb. And then it ended up becoming this fragrance, and that's kind of known for like a super sweet carnation with like a little, well, I guess not little, but the patchouli. I like it, and I also think it's really great for layering. L'Interdit Givenchy. I'm gonna keep posting because I'm curious about similar scents. Joe Malone, Miss Dior, Dylan Blue. Whoa, I'm catching up on the comments. Thank y'all so much for the comments. Joe Malone. Yeah, I wish I could read what this text is. For most Joe Malones, I'd probably put him somewhere around the B category. With the Sephora Fragrance 20 sale, if scent is your like priority over longevity, definitely check it out. I did just discover a product to help, I guess, keep your fragrance on your skin longer, and I think it's going to be awesome for anybody who's ever purchased Joe Malone and hasn't been happy with the longevity. The product is called Perfume Primer, Fragrance House Beau, B-O. Product made from Givaudan. Let's see. I still smell my fragrance from earlier today, and this is kind of like my tester arm, and I no longer smell it on that arm. So it definitely lasts long. I think I've got like 3 extra hours of my fragrance. Have I smelled Le Labo Lis 41? That one I haven't, but now you have me curious what the main note is. Because the Labo naming convention is they put the main fragrance hero note at the very top of the name. Oh my gosh. Eventually I'll get there. Okay, so somebody asked about Lis 41. We will take a tiny break from the tier rankings. White Floral, Tuberose. Okay, for me this isn't like a love, and I haven't smelled it, but I'm just going off like dominant white floral fragrances. I'm sure this is more modern than some of the other ones that I haven't been a fan of, like Alien. This is gonna be different. I usually love the musk that Le Labo uses. Haven't smelled it, but I'm not like the biggest white floral fan. There have only been like a handful of them that I really like. It's got a really high rating on Fragrantica. I think it's worth checking out if you haven't. All right. Oh, very good, girl. That's going to be an A ranking. Can I do Jazz Club or By the Fireplace? Yes. So I will rank both of them. I think these are both them. Okay, let's assume that this one is By the Fireplace. By the Fireplace would get an S tier ranking. And I think it's awesome projection, extremely signature. You will probably be more limited seasonally. It's not going to be a summer wear, but like awesome, smoky, nutty, vanilla scent. Jazz Club, I personally really like. You're not going to get that projection that you would ideally like for something at this price point. Longevity is probably above average, but it's more like a really warm vanilla, a little bit like of a leather wood smokiness to it. But Jazz Club, I like a lot. That's why I put it in the A category. By the Fireplace, I think, is top tier for the line. Oh my gosh, Fragrance Daddy. What is a right off the bat D ranking? Okay, right off the bat D ranking. You know what? We appreciate Aqua De Joya because it got us to where we needed to be. But we're just going to go ahead and put that at the D ranking. Another D ranking. You know what? I had some people upset about Marc Jacobs Perfect. And listen, this is here because I'm also going off value. I'm going to push this one up because this is kind of like a community ranking. So, sort of. Alien. Yeah, I think they've updated the formula on Alien. From what I understand, um, I mean, if you love very sugary patchouli, it's an acquired taste. We'll just leave it there. We'll say D rankings are just acquired tastes. Like, scent memory needs to be ingrained, acquired taste. This is Alien Goddess by Mugler. Marc Jacobs Daisy, it would either be C or D. Like, it's nice. It's a nice, open, fresh field scent. Classic, but it reminds me a bit of detergent. So I wouldn't pay full price for it. And even if it was on sale, I may not even get it unless it was like steep at a discount. Lady Million by Paco Rabanne. I don't think I have it on here. Let me see what the bottle looks like. And of course, I can't spell. Instead of saying Lady Million, I spelled LA Million. See, this is a composition of accords that interests me. I haven't smelled this one, but it's white floral, sweet, and honey. 4 serious level perfumers. I think this is awesome. Does it have a launch year? Because I feel like it's been in the market for a few years. You can get it for $52 in some places. I think that's a great value. So if you're looking to shop for 1 million, moderate to strong projection, moderate to long lasting. These are great markers for a great value. I will have to add this to my try list. I haven't, but you may get a better deal for this one outside of Sephora unless you're already there and buying a few other things. Then you just use a Sephora sale code. This is a classic, Hypnotic Poison. If you love almond, you'll put it here. If you don't love almond, you'll put it there. Let's look at all the notes for Dior's Hypnotic Poison. S rankings for men? I do. Let's jump over to the S rankings for men. I will give Bleu de Chanel an S ranking. I will give Dior Sauvage, like, if it didn't just like have the worst reputation, I'd put it at a B category. Yeah, like, I'm trying to be objective about this because it has one of my favorite notes, Elemi, has great longevity, but the price point has been like outrageous. I've never been able to justify paying the Dior price tag. So I put it at a B. Now, if you want something that's a little bit cheaper, not a dupe or anything like that, but Chanel Allure Homme Sport Extreme. I'm just hitting a whole bunch of colognes really quick. This is Gucci Guilty. This is a nice scent. It doesn't last long. And I think this is Dior Elixir. Yeah, just hit off a whole bunch of. This one doesn't last long. YSL L'Homme. Bon Bon. Bon Bon, a very sweet, sugary, pretty sure that's caramel. Let's look at the notes. Yeah, caramel and sweet. So, an example, like, I ranked this one very low, Prada Candy. So before you buy Prada Candy, check out Victor and Rolf's Bon Bon. Yeah, I'm gonna add another S tier on here. I don't know what it is. People, this is a love or hate for some people. And it could be just because there's so many other flankers of the other newer Dolce & Gabbanas. I'm a huge fan of Dolce & Gabbana, the one for her. I mean, even setting aside the Scarlett Johansson ad campaigns, I think it smells classy. Now, what I think drew me to this scent is it was very hard to describe. It took me probably a couple of days to even put notes on paper. But essentially, Dolce Gabbana, the one for her, that one's going to be slightly powdery, slightly tropical, but vanilla forward. I think it's great. Yes, will I be posting this somewhere? I think I'll be, if y'all like and share this TikTok live, I'll post it on tiermaker.com. And tiermaker.com is where you can find different rankings for different things. Like people put like fast food rankings. Also, everything that I'm posting here is going to get recorded on my Twitch stream. So you could always refer to that, and everything's the same username. La vie est belle. La vie est belle. Sometimes I pretend I know what I'm pronouncing these fragrances as. So if I ever pronounce it wrong, feel free to correct me. That one I would give an A. Chloe versus Chloe Nomad. Let's dive deeper into those two. Chloe Nomad, woody, citrusy, and fruity. Is this like Marc Jacobs Decadence? All right. What just happened? I heard like a ding somewhere. Oh, I think somebody sent me a like on Twitch. I was like, hello. Thank you so much for those that are watching on Twitch or on YouTube. For those that don't know, I'm live streaming also on the other channels. But yeah. Okay, Chloe Nomad versus Chloe. I'm a fan of probably Chloe as far as accords. Chloe I've smelled more recently than Chloe Nomad. The Floral Fresh Rose composition is very popular right now. You see Very Good Girl and Angel Nova have something very similar. Some of the big hitters that are in this fragrance composition are going to be Parfums de Marly Delina Exclusive. I'm trying to think if there's another one. Not off the top of my head. So, yeah. That sound always freaks me out. I think somebody sent me a like or something. Oh, I got a follower from Twitch. Thank you all so much for liking and sharing. Oh, if y'all could send likes, what do you gotta do? You gotta double tap the screen? Who knows? Okay, let's go over the questions. Dossier prices are really tempting at some of the Sephora. Let's stick to questions for a quick minute. Dossier prices have gone up over the past few years. So if you're looking at Dossier, some other fragrances, look at the reviews even outside of the site. So Reddit or even Fragrantica, if some of the sites that cover some of the dupe reviews, even YouTube, some of the fragrances are hit or miss. I believe some collections from Dossier used to be 30, now they're 40 or even 50. They do a whole lot of upselling. So if you're on their website, you'll see a whole lot of buy 2 get the 3rd free or buy 4, like heavy bundles. So yeah, I'm not saying it's not worth it. I just think that there will be a whole lot more misses than hits from Dossier, and that's why they hope people probably buy more than just the one-off. Can I suggest something with lavender? Oh, somebody says, hey, I figured out how to like a video. Thank you so much for the likes and shares. All right. Haha, I figured out how to send likes. Chanel. Oh, somebody sent me food? That's so thoughtful. Okay, thoughts on Versace? Misty or Blooming Bouquet. That's another one that is a fresh floral. Blooming Bouquet. Yep. As you can see, a whole lot of the accords didn't really change much. They're not going to be the same scent. They're not going to be dupes of each other. But this one might be a bit more rose forward. I prefer Very Good Girl, like when it comes to fresh florals. Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet, still really good. I might even bump it up. Somebody says, why Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia started to smell like Play-Doh or crayons on my skin? I do not know. It could be some of their earthy notes. Could be earth moss. Could be one of the musks. I get that sometimes with what's the purple crown perfume? I think Princess. Oh, it's not showing up on here. But yeah, you're not alone, and it's not just your skin. Some fragrance notes do smell a little bit more earthy, musty, clayish. You could say clayish. There are some products that are like from House of Beau. That's a new product. It helps neutralize skin pH. Like if you think it is your skin, maybe your diet or the climate, there are some skin pH like barrier fragrances to help. If you think it's that, I think it's more the notes and the dry down of those notes. Rain Gucci Bloom. This is Gucci Bloom. I would put it as B. Let's look at the notes. Like, I don't hate strong floral fragrances. It's just, if you give me something that's white floral, and this can't just be it. There's more to this. Alberto Morillas, Master Perfumer. I'm sure this is an amazing perfume, but I would go with other ones from the house of Gucci. Even My Way. Yeah, or My Way Intense. Those are really solid. I think this is Angel. Yeah, I think that's Angel Share. The cinnamon roll. Kayali or Killian? Okay. It's a little bit hard to read, but assuming this is Vanilla 28, I'd put it as an A class. It's great. It was out of stock for several months for good reason. If you like incense or more resinous leaning perfumes, Vanilla 28 is a great one. Maybe you want less white florals or less florals in general. Vanilla 28, sugary vanilla with like a lean in on the incense. Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. I think most people would put it at A. I'm gonna put it at B. And this is gonna be a weird thing. Do I read Twitch comments? I can, if there are Twitch comments. Hey, first time chat from the viewer. Somebody sent me voice. Parma says, I appreciate your content. By the way, you have a nice, soft voice. Parma, thank you so much. Can I do Versace Man Oh Fresh? And that is directly from the Twitch stream. So, Versace Man Oh Fresh. This one I didn't save on here because typically this would be at a price point much lower at a discount third-party seller or a third-party distributor like a Fragrance Net or a Max Aroma. There's tons of other sites. So I love citrus fragrances. There's a ton of Oliver Crisp, one of the main perfumer over at Acro, the owner of Acro. For value, price, longevity, and what you get, I would rate this one probably A- or a B+. There are probably other fragrances that I would recommend if you want something citrus forward, like Dolce Gabbana Light Blue, Chrome Azzaro, or Versace Dolce Gabbana Light Blue. Yeah. Terre d'Hermes if you want a sweet citrus. But this is still a good one. Like, long lasting, very good value. Great question. And thank you so much from the Twitch stream coming in. I appreciate that so much. I'll be hopping in between TikTok stream, Twitch stream on the chat. I wish Old Spice Bear Glove was a perfume. Maybe it is. Check out the notes. Maybe give Old Spice an email and say, hey, what are the notes in Bear Glove? Hopefully they don't respond with something snarky like half bear, half glove. Cartier Panther is awful. No offense. No offense taken. On the B level, the YSL Libre is the Libre Intense. It is the original Libre. So what I said was Libre is a great, safe, intense. I think has more purpose. It's definitely the warmer side. You got the vanilla, more of a date night. This is a great everyday, like, balanced fragrance for use. I'm not saying B category is bad. I just think that if I personally had to pick between these two on a Sephora sale, I would go intense. Are there any colognes for men that smell similar to Kayali Elixir? Yes, but more expensive, so it wouldn't be beneficial. I have Kayali Elixir, so I would even recommend just getting a small travel size of the Kayali Elixir and using it to layer. Kayali Elixir Musky Rose, I believe. Rose pairs well with oud, incense, so I layer it with my woody fragrances to give kind of an extra just composition to it. Versace Dylan Blue. Do I have it on here? I do. Let's put this down as a placeholder for now. I'm not committed to A, but I may be more leaning there because of value. Versace Dylan Blue. If y'all could send some likes or shares, yeah, I think you guys could share. And if not, that's all right. How about YSL Blue Electrique? Jumping over to the Twitch question, YSL Blue Electrique, I recommend it. It is good. I would probably pick YSL Blue Electrique over the traditional YSL. They're both really great, but I don't know. When I went shopping last, the two that I couldn't decide from was YSL Blue Electrique and Paco Rabanne's Phantom. I leaned more Phantom. I don't know. I think it reminded me of a little bit of Parfums de Marly and the synthetic notes of like green rhubarb. I like sometimes synthetic smells I like. So that would have been my almost next buy. So I would rank Blue Electrique in the A category if I had an image for it. And speaking of things I recently bought, now this isn't a mainstream scent. This is tested first, but I think it's worth it. Other quick ones that I know I could get off the top of the bat. Okay. Brazilian Crush. Definitely Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. Versace Bright Crystal. Kayali Eden I have not tried yet, so I'm just going to put it down here as a placeholder. I think this is Replica's When the Rain Stops. I have not tried it. I'm going to put it down there as a placeholder, and I will hopefully ask that y'all will give me some idea. Somebody says, how often does Sephora have fragrance sales? Maybe about 3 to 4 times a year. Some of them are easier to predict, like I think 2 are consistent throughout the year, where they're specific to members. Others may be more general and less less is easy to match seasonally on where they'll land. But yeah, I included the codes on here. So fragrance 20 and the code same day. The only thing I think you have to be is 1 tier type of member to get that code. C, great fragrance. I'd put it there. YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. Let's do some quick heretic fragrances. It's a little bit hard to read, but I believe this is Dirty Vanilla and Dirty Coconut. I would put Dirty Coconut up here. That's more my preference. It is unique. You don't find too many perfumes with coconut extract. Opening is a bit herbal. May not be for everybody, but I really like the scent. Price, it's hard to justify, but I think for the Sephora sale, I would put it up here. Somebody thinks Lost Cherry is so strong. That is awesome. I think it's pretty moderate, but most of the time when I hear people talking about Lost Cherry, they just say that it doesn't last. I probably get about 5 to 6 hours. All right, my Twitch streamers are taking over some of the comments. Armani code Colonia. Citrus Amber. Where would I rate this? Honestly, I haven't tried this one. I'm intrigued by it. Amberwood, heliotrope, some citrus. This one I haven't tried. It looks like people say it reminds them of these fragrances. The ones I usually get are Code Absolu or Code Profumo. Yeah, this one I haven't tried. Yeah, if I had to just like shot in the dark, I put it at a B. Opinions on Prada Ocean. I may not have it on here. Let's see if it's even available. Prada Ocean. Okay. Maybe it's under a different name. It's not showing up. Or maybe it's under like a unique. I don't see it. Prada Ocean? There's Prada Luna Rosa Ocean. Maybe this one? User KQJF9BIH9. Prada Luna, is this the one? So I did try this one at the airport when I was flying back from New York about 3 weeks ago. What did I think about it? I liked it, but what I liked more was the longevity of it. The things that stuck out: iris, suede, and the vetiver. Yeah, I liked it. I think if it felt more mature, like when people would smell it, I think they would probably think somebody maybe in their 30s. So if you're a young guy and you want something on the sweeter side, I would say avoid this one. But if you're looking for something more mature and you don't mind some of the herbal, and I even think there might have been some synthetic smells on here too. What do I think about Wilhelm fragrances? I love some of the Wilhelm fragrances. Do I think I would try Ruby Orchid? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been pretty impressed with the original Flowerbomb, so I haven't shifted on wanting to try any of the flankers. Some of the reviews for Ruby Orchid have been really positive. I'm pretty sure that's the image of Ruby Orchid. Ruby Orchid. There we go. Yeah, sweet vanilla fragrances, I'm a huge fan of. Interesting they went with peach. This note composition reminds me a little bit of Dolce Gabbana, the one for her, which I put up here. So I'll give it. Somebody says, am I going to show the full tier list? Yeah, everything's being recorded, so you could screenshot it at the end. Or you could just go on tiermaker.com where I will have it saved for everybody to download if they want. Oh, Vanilla Woods. That's an easy one. Burberry Her. For the value, I'd put it up there. It smells a little bit like sweet tart candies in the opening, but the dry down is something similar to the Sugar Accord from Ariana Grande's Cloud. What were my thoughts on Parfums de Marly de Luna? Beast mode in terms of projection and longevity. Parfums de Marly de Luna, just on some of the notes, they use cashmere in. And then like some fresh, I don't know if it's ozone or aquatic, but there were some sweet notes and some sour notes. And for me, the tart sweet notes turned a bit sour towards the dry down. So I really liked several things about it, but I didn't love it. I understand the hype. I think it's great. Now, Parfums de Marly or de Luna Exclusive, I think that one probably solves the solution, solves what I was looking for that sour note. But that's kind of my quick thoughts on Parfums de Marly de Luna. Yes, Vanilla Woods, awesome. Just a great balance of vanilla, rose. If you're just looking for like an everyday, easy reach vanilla fragrance, Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods, I think that's a great staple in a collection. Best Jo Malone. What is it? Jo Malone. Wood Sage and Sea Salt would be definitely one. Peony Blush and Suede. Wild Bluebell. They'd probably be up there. So Wood Sage and Sea Salt. Wild Bluebell. And yeah. It's too hard to read some of the images, but that's where I would probably rank most of the Jo Malones around B. If you love the scent, they could be pushed up to A, but I think for the price point, most of the Jo Malones would probably put around the B or A category. Again, I'd probably keep it at B just because of the longevity of them and the price tag of them. Scent, if it was just scent alone, and it was just like, pick what I think smells nice for the first 10 minutes, I'd probably put them at S or A. Vanilla Vibes, do I have Vanilla Vibes on here? J-Hag Vanilla Vibes, I don't have, but it would be an A. I think this is the Musk for Juliet, J-Hag. This is the J-Hag original. I put it under the A tier. Another one, I mean, this is tough because I'd probably compare it to the other Dolce Gabbanas. I'd put this one at B or A. This is Dolce & Gabbana, the only one. Let me confirm. The Only One by Dolce & Gabbana. Yeah, this is nice. It's the caramel take on the Dolce & Gabbana flankers. Yeah, I'm going to keep it there just because it's ranked similar next to Bon Bon. L'Empétrice, I think I put that one at B. All right, let me see if I missed anything. Prada Lum. Twitch has asked Prada Lom Prao de Colonia. What would I say? Prada Lom Prada. Prada Lom didn't last that long for me. So I would probably put it at a B. Coco Mademoiselle. Let's get that there. I really like this one. Let's just plow through some of these. Chloe. This is Rolling in Love. I believe this is Beach Walk. So Replica's Beach Walk. I'm putting it at B. This is Kayali's Deja Vu. I really like it, but I think for most, on what I interpret is as, I guess, what I think my followers might like, I think they probably put that at a B. Gucci Rush. I've never smelled this, but I was asked like 3 times. Yes, that's Wild Poppy by Nest. Where did I put Wild Poppy by Nest? I thought I put it up here. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, fruity, sweet, floral. Jerome Epinet, and I believe he does a lot of the Wilhelm fragrances. Alright, don't call me a liar. Let me double check. Yeah, he does a ton of the Wilhelm. So, I put that at A. Somewhere between these two. On the Chanel, I think this is Chance. If I'm missing one, let me know. Chanel? Chanel, Chance, Attendre. What is it price point? I wonder if it's cheaper at other places besides Sephora. Some people are rating it for 70 bucks. Will you post the live on YouTube? Yeah, my lives go to YouTube and Twitch. And my tag is the same. John GNZZ. Unless you guys think I should change my tag to Fragrance Daddy, which I probably won't do. Maybe. Just kidding. No, I wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, so I would probably put Chance Entendre. I'd keep it at B. B+. If you love it, I think it's great. If you love it, it doesn't matter where I put it, but I think for the purpose of the ranking system, we will put it there. A, Dolce Gabbana Light Blue. Coco Mademoiselle. Which Chanel is this one? Coco Noir Chanel. I love warm and spicy fragrances. I haven't smelled this one. Is it bad? Where do you guys think I should put it? Put it somewhere so it can go in quotes. Oh goodness, I can't put it. Maybe one of these days. Maybe I'll put it Fragrance Daddy on my bio. So I haven't smelled this. Coco Noir. If y'all have, where do y'all think it should go? Should it go to B? Should it go to A? Coco Noir. Mango Skin I have not tried, but as I've said, the stuff that I've tried from Wilhelm Perfumery, I really enjoy. There was one. What was it? Room service? I thought it was just okay. But, I mean, it's like any collection. You're not going to love every single one. Maybe you can. How do I feel about Nest fragrances? I may have to familiarize myself with the price point. The stuff that I've smelled at store, they've usually had a pretty limited inventory on. So I think some of them are great. I think they make a great layering fragrance or just by themselves. Longevity is just okay. I could probably look at what others have said on some of the Nest perfumes. Sun Kissed Hibiscus. And they make great travel size. This is $20 for a tiny roller ball. Yeah, projection downside. It says most of these fall under the intimate or moderate projection. Weak to moderate longevity. So this might be a perfect like use case for that other product that I was mentioning. Like a fragrance primer would work good with this. It won't help the scent project, but it'll definitely help it last longer. That's usually why I don't recommend it. It's just not many people ask for like moderate or less fragrances. People want something a bit heavier. Favorite Wilhelm? Morning Chess. Morning Chess, if it was on here, I'd probably put it at A. Versace Eros, I'll put at B. My nose gets tired of vanilla and mint. Vanilla, mint, to green apple pretty quickly. Now, I would use Versace Eros to layer with Cloud, layer with Flowerbomb. I think it's great for layering. I don't know what it is about it, but I just tend to really like it. Oh, Alien. Yeah, I'm just going to put that there. And we won't say anything about it. Have I smelled anything by Andrea Mack? I have not. Let's look up who that is. Now, my wife loves Alien. Supposedly she layers it with Prada Candy. Andrea Mack perfumes, vanilla and citrus. So, to date, I have not tried any of Andrea Mack. I'll see if any of the retailers I shop at even carry her. Have I heard of Riddle Oil? I have not. Y'all might be pulling my leg on this. Riddle Oil. Where would I find Riddle Oil? Yeah, no, I've not tried Riddle Oil. I have also not used. I haven't tried the new Fenty. Some of the reviews that I saw so far on the launch of Fenty were pretty like lackluster, so I didn't get it. Coco Mademoiselle. Let's check out Coco Mademoiselle. Home Coco. Why are there so many Mademoiselles? Chanel. Oh, probably because I misspelled it. Ew. Yeah, where would I put this? B. I think for what people are shopping for, Chanel number 5 might be a B. I think it's a great classic signature scent. If you're already like loyal to the Chanel line, you might put it at A. This is just me operating on some assumptions, so I'm gonna just put it at B. I've been going for 55 minutes strong. Oh, I'm almost done with this list. Ralph Lauren Romance. Yeah, they discontinued Tender Romance, which is a popular seller. Daisy Oh So Sweet, I believe this is. Juicy Viva La Juicy. Sea Passion. Valentino. Which version is that? Is that Valentino Umo Intense? Chanel Gabrielle. Have I heard of smelled of Riddle Oil? All right, catching up on some questions. And by the way, if y'all have any other questions, be sure to drop them in the chat. And like and share this feed if you don't mind. Coffee break. Coffee break, so Replica's coffee break I did not include in here, but if I was, I'd probably put it at a B+. Outside of Sephora, I would probably recommend, like, if you want a coffee scent, I would recommend going outside of Sephora and then checking out Acro fragrances. Rolling in Love So Low. Yeah. Wait, did I move it down? No, this is Love Don't Be Shy. Love Don't Be Shy, I moved down here at B. Rolling in Love is up at A. That's pretty high. I think that's high. That's really good. YSL Mon Paris needs hype. It's such a flirty, fun scent. See, this is why we ask people for help. I think that's good information. YSL Mon Paris. Fruity, sweet, fresh. All right. We'll bump it up. I think my last tier ranking, this one was at a B. Yeah, YSL, that one, solid A. This is, oh gosh, it's blanking. But I'm gonna put that at an A. Maison Louis Marie? Betancourt, I believe. Maison Louis. There we go. Maison Louis Marie. Yes, number 4, Bois de Valancourt. Similar to Santal 33. So I put it at A. By the Fireplace, ranked by the lowest. No, By the Fireplace I have as the highest. Oh, this is tough. Last ones we have to plow through. I'm coming up to the 1 hour mark. Alien Goddess needs some bump. Okay, I like that. I respect that. My wife wears Alien. She uses it to layer strong white floral fragrance with just something sweet. So, I respect that. Did I mix up the bottles? I think you may have it mixed up. Yeah, so this one's Love Don't Be Shy. And then this one is Rolling in Love. Black Orchid. I think this one's there. Valentino. L'Impératrice. Let's just knock some of these out real quick. Soleil Neige, I believe. Gucci. You know what? That Madagascar vanilla oil. Who makes this? Is this Nest? Cherryosa, I have not tried, but if you want something sweet that won't last too long, I'm going to put that as a B. Burberry. I had a lot of questions about Gucci Rush. The packaging looks kind of like, bleh, so I'm going to put it there. And I have not tried it. I have not smelled it. This is just me guessing blind. Soleil Blanc. It is really hard to justify spending a lot on a Tom Ford summer scent. But this one gets a ton of praise. I always test it when I'm at a Sephora or an Ulta. Yeah, I'd probably put it at an A. Black Orchid. I don't know if I have the image up here. Yeah, Black Orchid I put as an A. If I'm done with this list, what I'll probably do is I'll set it in place, probably put a timestamp on it, and just say Sephora sale 2021 tier rankings. There are some restrictions with the tier ranking website. They don't want a ton of repetition on the site. So what I think I'll do is I might get away with one more tier ranking system. So I have to stick with like 2. Because I think if you use several repetitions on the same types, you might get banned from the tier maker site. So yeah. Save this. I'll probably leave it static for a couple of weeks and then we'll edit it and we'll add some more. What I'd like to do is invite brands to send me some sampler sets from specific companies to see if we could nail down some favorite Wilhelm, favorite Ness, favorite X. Sweet apple citrus? Sweet apple citrus. Let me come back to that one. Nothing's coming to mind right now. Wait, did we just do all of them? Oh my goodness. Okay, now take a look and let me know if you'll have any like huge things that we should move. Aqua De Joya. All right. If it's not on here, I'm pretty sure it is. I think I have that as a B. Green citrus scent. I think some of these perfumers were the same ones that worked on Paco Rabanne's Phantom. Minty Peony. I would put this at B. Not everybody tends to like the labdanum in it. I love labdanum and I love pink pepper. I think it's worth a try. High B, maybe? Push this down, push this up. What does Sebastian Stan's cologne smell like? Assuming he wears... yeah, so the reason everybody thought he wore Indonesian Oud or Emenerginio Zenya was because he was at a Zenya show and he was just taking photos with all the bottles from the fragrance line. And the one that he, like, I think was holding in one of the shots was Indonesian Oud. It starts off super animalic, kind of skunky or just like armpitish, but it quickly goes into a strong floral, rose, incense. Then it smells like something like an executive level or super expensive boardroom, conference room. So that is Indonesian Oud, assuming he wears that. Title of tier list, Sephora best perfumes. Go follow John GNZZ. Save. I think we did it. We came to it. Baccarat Rouge. It probably won't be in the Sephora sale, but Baccarat Rouge I would put at an A tier. Thank You Next 2.0 has Apple. Thank you so much. Can I talk about my top scents? Tobacco Vanille, an amazing like dried sweet fruit, strong cinnamon, anise, like a little bit of tobacco leaf, potent spices, delicious cinnamon, very warm, projects well. I love Tobacco Vanille, one of my favorites from Tom Ford. Flowerbomb, it was just love at first sniff, we would say. I know it gets some hate on not lasting that long, but I love the history of how Victor and Rolf approached the perfumers and had a 2-word perfume brief. And it was Flowerbomb. Very classic Bleu de Chanel fragrance. I'm thinking more like appeal wise and classic timelessness, I would put that. That's why I put that as the S tier. The other one is Replicas by the Fireplace. Smoky. I don't think it's been done in this way. Smoky, woody, nutty, vanilla. Very delicious. But sometimes there's something a bit like sharp about it that people tend to avoid. But I really like Replicas by the Fireplace. 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. I just think it's the most mass appealing vanilla that I could think of. It hits all the markers. Dolce Gabbana Light Blue. Dolce Gabbana The One. I think it's probably one of my favorite ones to smell. And one of my favorite ones to have reviewed in the past. So that's why it's there. Killian's Rolling in Love. A dessert gourmand cinnamon roll. I think it's great. Yeah, so those are the top ones. Vanilla Woods is amazing. Leandra, thank you so much for the comment. Okay, now that we've gone through, Parma asks, have I ever thought about trying to make a fragrance? Yes, I've actually made fragrances for 4 to 5 years. I had my own fragrance line. I even have a cabinet like right here. I don't know if you can see my hand, but I'm pointing, full of 3 stacks of aroma chemicals, essential oils, and perfume making materials. And probably took close to 1.5 years to have something that I think would be worth selling. But just, having a perfume isn't enough these days to sell. You really have to have your name out there. A lot of people ask me, I want to make perfume. What do you recommend? And I usually ask, your motives behind it. Because if your motive's financial, then I recommend, is people want to know the next closest expensive perfume that your fragrance smells like. So dupes, if you're going into the business of dupes or something that smells like it, that's the quickest buck, I think. And I'm not putting ethics aside. I'm just thinking in terms of what would drive a quick sale. The other one is building something different, building a brand. That's what I tried to do 4 to 5 years. And then it wasn't until I started uploading fragrance content on TikTok that people started buying my fragrances, and I started shipping my fragrances. I thought it was pretty cool, but I couldn't keep up with the demand. And then also material cost, because of the pandemic, started going up. I used to be able to buy bigger bottles of timber silk, and now I'm limited to 15 to 30 milliliters. So for the time being, until the fragrance material space I think normalizes a bit more, I might stick to content creation. Who knows? Maybe I'm better at this than perfume making. If there are no other questions or no other review requests, we will end the night with, if you'll have any other questions related to fragrances, or if you want to see another tier ranking of any products, go leave a comment on my last video. Be sure to like and share, and if there's anything else I might have missed, feel free to maybe catch me on one more comment. I could probably do one more question. Let's hit one more question. Okay, we talked about the top fragrances. Oh, 29 Coda, thank you so much for the likes. J'adore, Deborah. What do I think about My Way Sea Passion? I wear tested this about 3 weeks ago. I really liked it. But it wasn't anything that would drive me to buy it or think I would be buy worthy. I just thought it was really good. It was tough to compare because I was wear testing too. Sometimes on my work, I'll just, on one hand I'll spray one, and on the other hand I'll spray another, and they may not even be similar. I was comparing it to Dolce Gabbana Light Blue one day, and I had this one, Sea Passion. And I think I just prefer Dolce Gabbana Light Blue. Usually for fruity sweet fragrances, they'll win out on fresh ones. I think this one just... Maybe the vanilla was too light? I still have it ranking pretty high, but if I was to look for a sweet, fruity fragrance that has rose, I'd go Very Good Girl. Yeah, someone else who loves Sea Passion. Right there. There are your two. Oh, by the way, this is all downloadable now on tiermaker.com. And I did leave a tiny note. It's just kind of like, yeah, go follow John Gonzalez. Well, I think I got to most of everybody's questions. Thank you so much for joining my TikTok live, sending me likes, sending me shares. And I even think I got a couple of followers from Parma says, can I get some samples? Actually, sure. DM me. I'll send you my fragrance. I think I have probably like 4 bottles left. No charge. Yeah, I'm probably not going to sell them. I don't have enough inventory to even decide to restock on my website. So DM me on Instagram and just say, hey, I saw your TikTok live. I want your fragrance. And you said I could get it. Okay, I'll send it to you for free. Hopefully you live in the US. Otherwise, it ain't gonna happen. Shipping international is tough. Oh, and Parma says, have a nice day. Thank you so much, Parma. I appreciate you jumping on to my stream chat. The Rainbow Fish asks, what is my fragrance like? My fragrance brief. Can I even go to my website? Yeah, I mean, I'll save that for another day. My fragrance was called Molecule O Juan, and it was based off a little bit of having the synthetics be the hero notes of the fragrance. Ysl Libre, which is known as like a semi-dry, woody fragrance. Excuse me, a woody fragrance note that's common in a lot of fragrances. Timber Silk was supposedly a better smelling version of Ysl Libre, so think of woody, but not like Home Depot wood, just like real clean woodiness. Cashmere Musk. Cashmere is very common in a lot of perfumes and colognes. Like if you've ever smelled Burberry Hero, the dry down of Burberry Hero is cashmere, which is kind of like a slightly spicy woody musk. And then I added Accord, which is a composition of several perfume ingredients. And the Accord was clean, ozone, citrus-like. And then I added just like some things that I love in perfumes. Ambergris. Or was it Ambroxan? I think I ended up going with Ambroxan. Yeah. Most people, when they smelled it immediately, Molecule 01 to them was a woody, fresh musk. And they would use to layer it. Like I thought it was an unbelievable layering scent for Flowerbomb. So like when I first layered my fragrance that I made with Flowerbomb, I was like, holy moly, this is good. Yeah. Killian Princess. All right, I got a few more minutes. Otherwise, you know what I'll do? I may take a break. Killian. This princess? Let's see. Killian Princess perfume. Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, this will be very hard to get through a Sephora sale. Full-size bottles are already sold out. You may end up having to pay full price for a travel size, which I'm a huge fan of sweet vanilla fragrances, just gourmands in general. I think they're worth it. Get a travel size. Like, since they're already sold out, it could be a sign that maybe the travel size could be the good solution for Killian's Princess. Oh, it's your signature. Awesome signature. Sweet vanilla fragrances. Easy to love. Peach. You know, peach is actually in one of my favorite scents. I ranked Dolce Gabbana the 1. And that one's got a peach note. Okay, taking a break. How do I take breaks on TikTok Live? Let's see. I'm gonna go grab a Coke, maybe some popcorn, and then we will hit intermission. Oh, and I'll still be answering questions in the chat. It's just I may go comms quiet. Let's see if this works. Okay, let me know if that looked cool or if it was just in my head. Tell me it looked cool. Thank you so much, Moon Bunny. Y'all are my heroes. Okay, going to take a quick break and then coming back to just do a chat. For those of y'all that stayed on, y'all are like troopers. The nine people that are still on, y'all are the realists. The 9 people that are still on, I appreciate it. All right. What am I doing now? Oh, I'm just chatting. So, one of the things that comes up a lot is longevity. I did test a new product, and I wanted to share it. This is not, I'm not obligated to share this, but I wanted to talk about it. It's called a fragrance primer. So this one comes from a company called House of Beau. I tested it. Parma, sure. I have time to get back at you. So Parma, if you DM me on Instagram, I will hook you up. So back to the fragrance primer. This is unscented, but it comes with ingredients to help nourish and hydrate your skin. Then I believe there are some ingredients also to help create a barrier so your skin's pH doesn't affect, I guess, or throw the scent off of a fragrance. I thought that was pretty cool. I probably got about 3 hours on Wilhelm's Morning Chest when I wear tested it today. And I'm going to test a few more tomorrow. All right. Let me know what fragrances y'all are wearing, or if y'all have any fragrance related questions. Otherwise, what can I do? Y'all want to watch me shop? No. You know what? I didn't even think about covering Vanille and Sensei or Atelier. I don't know why they didn't show up on the list. Hopefully I don't think this is rude, but I'm just going to open a Coke really quick. Thoughts on Eldo? What is my favorite from Eldo? I don't have a favorite from Eldo. Maybe Fat Electrician? I've only tried a handful from Eldo. I've tried You or Someone Like You, and I think it's a beautiful, very green scent, but it just wasn't like a love. Like, I tried to love it. I even like forced it on people. I was like, smell this, you're gonna love it. And they're like, you smell like grass. I'm like, I could see that. And so, I think maybe Fat Electrician. Let me see if I could think of any other ones I might have from Eldo. Okay, how do I even spell Libre? There we go. You or Someone Like You, Fat Electrician, Remarkable People, I may have a sample of. Yeah. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it at Fat Electrician. Someone says they just bought Montpellier from YSL and they love it a lot. Let's look at the notes. I'm glad you like your fragrance. I mean, hopefully you're testing them before. Somebody on my comment section commented earlier, Montpellier is a fruity, fresh fragrance and sweet. I think that was a very good description. Olivier Cresp, he is the head of Acro Fragrances. If you want to check out a coffee fragrance, check out Acro. The two other perfumers I'm not familiar with. White Musk, Vanilla, Ambroxan, Strawberry. You know what? Every time that somebody asks me for a strawberry perfume, I don't know why I don't just recommend this one. YSL Montpellier. Vanilla and ambery. Alhada Main has a sweet amber one. Let me see if Kayali's Vanilla has, yeah, Kayali's Vanilla. It's another one. And I haven't tried this one that's coming up. I think it's called Super Amber by Ellis Brooklyn. This one I have not tried. Yeah, this is a musky amber with vanilla orchid, which is just kind of, I think it's a vanilla floral smell. It's not, I think this is a, what do they call it? Fantasy floral? Okay, YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. Oh, I talked about this one on a previous Oh, my recommendation was to go with the Eau Electrique. YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. I got this from a Scentbird or a Scentbox, one of the fragrance subscription ones. And when I tested it, I mean, I probably got like 4 or 5 hours on longevity from it. So, like that immediately, I wouldn't spend full price on this. I think there's a more intense version. I think it smells really nice, very classic, typical cologne smell, if that makes sense. But it wasn't a love for me. I would probably recommend the Blue Electrique if you want a YSL bottle next. Somebody says top Jasmine. Oh, you know what? Let's see if I could use their fragrance finder. I'm gonna steal Sephora's fragrance finder. Because you could shop by fragrance family. Which one of these is strong jasmine? I mean, Alien, of course. Chloe Nomad. Alright, I give up. Let's see if I could just type in jasmine. Nest has some great fragrances. Aaron, I have not tried any of their stuff. 185. Oh my gosh. Devonti G, thank you so much for joining the live. Ysl Libre. If you want a recap of my tier ranking system, by the way, I've already uploaded it to Tier Maker. So Libre I'd put at tier B, and then Libre Intense I'd put tier A. That's kind of, I relied a little bit more on my own personal preference, but that's where they sit. Rista Beast. Yes, you can search by notes on Fragrantica, but it becomes a little bit bloated. So let me show you an example. So let's go to search. So like if somebody asked me, I am looking for a perfume with jasmine. I probably want something a bit more recent. I'm gonna go 2019 high ranking jasmine. Like that right now there isn't a way on Fragrantica that I could say I want it to be the dominant hero note or the dominant standout note. Like all of these may have jasmine marketed in the fragrance, but it doesn't really have, I guess, it doesn't have it sorted by what's the hero note. Let's see, let's check out Gucci Bloom. Yeah, this one may have it. Gucci Bloom Ambrosia. Here we go. This could be it. Tuberose and Jasmine. Do I have a cat? I do. I love my kitty cat so much. His name is Poe. I didn't mean to laugh. Yeah, I have a black cat.
You do not have a black cat.
I have a black cat.
You do not.
My wife has a black cat. I bought it for her too. I searched I actually found the cat in the shelter, and I got it for my wife, I think as a Christmas gift.
Totally lied.
What was the gift?
It was Christmas, but you didn't find it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I found it. Least favorite perfume? I think down the list I may put Aqua De Joya, Alien by Mugler. Yeah. There's not a whole lot of hate. It's like, even though it's not a hate, like I appreciate the artistry. Heretics Dirty Grass. Like, yeah, it smells very weedy, grassy, herbaceous. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna ask me for something like that, but like if I was to rank it in my own personal taste, I'd put it pretty low. Oh, what am I eating? Y'all could see this. This is a barbecue chip. Best Atelier fragrance. I like Clementine, California, but even more than that, Pomelo Paradise. I didn't buy a full bottle of Pomelo Paradise. I actually got a sample from Decant Boutique. It is awesome. Barbecue forward perfume. It's only a matter of time before they put barbecue in perfume. Okay. For a fresh out of the shower scent, man, how much money do you want to spend? Cause like I've smelled a clean, fresh citrus fragrance from the Harmonist. I think that one's called Sacred Water. I loved it. I think it's $260. It's a crazy number, but that's like the biggest bottle. Fresh out of the shower, I would also check out Skylar or Clean. See what the fragrance is. Dolce Gabbana Light Blue introduces a bit more citruses. Yeah, it's not on here. Well, it is on here, but it's not showing up. Clean Reserve. This one may not be fresh out of the shower. One of these is going to be it. But yes, check out one of those. What would be your go-to winter cologne? Papyrus Oud, Bentley Absolute. I've even wore Cali's Vanilla 28, and I just layered it with another men's cologne. What else did I wear this winter? Terre d'Hermès. More like just like a staple office scent. What would I compare the new Gold de Fleur French Waltz fragrance to? I haven't tried the new Gold de Fleur fragrance waltz. I know it's that new Tyler the Creator fragrance. From what I understand, he's been a huge fan of crisp, clean florals. Even in his old tweets, he's talked about some of his passion for fragrances. I don't have anything I can compare it to, but I would look at other floral fragrances that may be similar. I think one of them was Flowerbomb. I'm not saying it smells like it, I just know that he likes those types of fragrances. Best pink pepper scent? That's a tough one. I don't know if I have a best pink pepper scent. I know Kayali had pink pepper perfume. Yeah. Sweet diamond pink pepper. I mean, that is one of the hero notes of this fragrance. So if you love pink pepper, and trust me, I love pink pepper too. I usually prefer it with like a cedar or an oud. This is a good one. Taylor Swift's Wanderlust. Okay. I think this might be the last question, because after this one, I want to finish a few more chips. Okay, so Taylor Swift Wanderlust. I'm pretty sure this one's either discontinued Taylor Swift. Wanderlust or Wanderstruck? I think you meant Wanderstruck. What's funny is I think there was a TikTok that talked about maybe Taylor Swift or some other celebrity perfume about how they're preserving the last few drops for their wedding day. I have not smelled it. I think Fragrance Net may still carry some inventory of it. Fruity sweet vanilla fragrances. I get asked all the time about dupes, about similar to this fragrance. I don't know of any, which kind of just surprises me that there hasn't been one similar to overlap with it. Out of the bottle, it smells lovely, but the dry down is identical to the aroma of dill pickles. I would not recommend. Some of these comments are pretty insightful. This scent is very strong and long lasting. It smells nice. The name is Wonderstruck. It's very fitting. You only need 1 or 2 spritzes of this perfume. I do not like the scent full on, but I like it when it gets lighter. Can you believe the prices? $149. Somebody's listing Wonderstruck. Okay. This will be the end, but I want to thank y'all so much for joining. If I didn't get the chance to answer your questions on the last set, leave me a comment on my last video or follow me on Twitch or some of my other channels. Thank y'all so much for joining the TikTok live. I appreciate it, and I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Oh, Aqua De Joya, I have smelled in store, and I think I ranked it here. Aqua De Joya. Can't really give you much insight on it because this is sometimes, yeah, this is probably one of the fragrances. You know what? No, this is a different one. I didn't include this one on here. I like fresh green scents. Sonia, My Paris. I have not tried this one actually. Looks pretty good. Moderate projection. This is concerning. It's been categorized as overpriced, but it leans more okay in value. You want to read some of the reviews? All right. When I first smelled this, I wasn't interested in the scent at all, and just thought it was pretty basic, but nice. Fast forward a few months, and I'm obsessed. This is the perfect white shirt t-shirt scent, fresh out of the shower fragrance. Honestly, I would wear this year round to any occasion, but it would shine brightest in warm weather. This is now a staple in my collection, along with Aqua De Joya. I'm sold. I just need a white t-shirt. All I wear is black t-shirts.